very pleasant day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Auto Review. I'm Ron De Los Reyes, and today we're coming to you from, well, quite a familiar place, because several years ago we used to go over here and do a lot of off-road drives and river crossings. And today we join Subaru Philippines for this exciting drive on the Mount Pinatubo Trail. Of course, we did fuel economy run earlier on the highways of NLEX and SETEX, but now this is the fun part, and we are doing the off-road drive on the Pinatubo riverbed. We'll tell you more about this event later on in the show. In the meantime, let's take a look at the latest in motoring on our Auto News Update. As more and more cars require cutting-edge and innovative features, Toyota introduced another technology that may be a game changer to the automotive industry in the future. Called the Highway Teammate. This is Toyota's autonomous driving feature, which the company develops as they plan to launch self-driving cars by the year 2020. The technology was tested in Japan using a Lexus GS. The Highway Teammate can perform a number of automated tasks, such as changing lanes and exiting highways. Toyota's Smart Teammate controls the steering wheel, accelerator, and brakes when activated, and it has an onboard technology that evaluates traffic conditions.
Big Bite, the Northern Food Festival, kicked off at Marquee Mall in Angeles City, Pampanga. Now in its third year, Big Bite showcases a grand sisig cookout at the Sisig Festival, which is a major highlight this year. The Sisig Festival is an ode to the quintessential Kapampangan dish and features 3 popular sisig variations from Pangasinan, Ilocos, as well as a traditional Kapampangan recipe.
Yes, we're inviting everyone to please come and join us here at the Marquee Mall in Angeles City and have a taste of Kapampangan cuisine. Maraming salamat po.
Get what you deserve. The Mitsubishi Montero Sport. Enjoy the ride.
Let's know more about Isuzu. From the successful Isuzu Truck Fest in Cebu, Iloilo, Batangas, and Isabela, Isuzu Philippines Corporation brought the annual Trucks for Life Festival to Cagayan de Oro. This year marks the company's most number of Truck Fest events, and the Cagayan de Oro edition featured its latest light and heavy truck lineup at the parking lot of Limquetkay Center in the city. Both executives from IPC and Isuzu Cagayan de Oro graced the opening ceremony, and all of them are focused on one goal: to ensure the brand's leadership in the local market as one of the country's most trusted truck brands. Entrepreneurs gathered at the site to check out the trucks up close and personal. Isuzu CDO also offered a chance to win 10,000 pesos worth of periodic maintenance service coupons and free LTO registration for 3 years upon purchasing any Isuzu truck. IPC expressed its confidence that all trucks on display highlights Isuzu's core values of dependability, durability, and reliability.
We're very happy with the result of the Truck Fest because we were able to display and showcase the advantage of buying brand new vehicles, particularly buying brand new Isuzu vehicles. So we'll be coming to other areas in the Philippines. We'll be coming to Pangasinan and then going back to Cebu and then probably Iloilo. And of course, we'll be having some small Truck Fest around Metro Manila. So we'd like to invite your televiewers to come and visit our dealerships around the Philippines. Isuzu is not only selling the MU-X and the D-Max and the Sportivo, but we are very successful in selling the trucks in the Philippines, which is promoting business and the growth of the industry.
Isuzu continues to prioritize the trust of their customers as they improve and develop their products in order to create more world-class quality trucks and business partners.
Blues, bikes, rock and blues at the Roadhouse, Manila Bay.
Mitsubishi Pajero, mobility without compromise. The city can be desolate. Make the city come to life. Dynamics Comfort, the all-new Tucson. Hyundai.
Motor Image Pilipinas, distributor of Subaru cars in the Philippines, recently hosted a ride and drive. Considered as one of Subaru's biggest test drive events, the Subaru Eco Adventure Drive aims to showcase the capabilities of Subaru cars on both urban and off-road adventures.
The first part, of course, is a fuel economy drive, and this actually is the adventure part of it. We just want to showcase how our Subaru models can seamlessly move or transition from your normal city roads to a different off-road experience like this. It's actually for people who have unique lifestyles, or actually those who want to explore new lifestyles, going on off-roads, road trips, or just really exploring nature. Basically, we wanna just show the public that the Subaru model lineup, the XV and the Forester, is very capable of going through very treacherous road conditions, and we just want to showcase, besides the capability, also the safety features of the car. We believe that if we can keep you safe in these kinds of road conditions, definitely we can keep you safe on the road.
The event started at Subaru Green Hills, and despite Tropical Storm Kabayan causing light to heavy rains, it did not stop Subaru from pushing through with the event.
Ron De Los Reyes, #1. We love you.
Motor Image offered the full lineup of cars for this drive, including the Forester, the Subaru XV Legacy Outback, BRZ WRX, and WRX STI. The first part of the Eco Adventure was a fuel economy run from Shell Green Hills to Shell Clark Field in Pampanga. Our team for the fuel economy run was assigned to a Subaru XV urban crossover.
It was really challenging because you really need to find ways to end up driving it and achieving the most efficient fuel consumption, regardless of the models.
The fun part of the event was held in the afternoon, and this was an off-road challenge. We used the Subaru Forester and XV all-wheel drive. With the guidance of off-road instructor B-Boy Vargas, we drove through the Lahar riverbeds of Sacobia, which is part of the Mount Pinatubo Trail. The rains made our adventure more challenging as the water was higher than expected and the trails were more slippery. The off-road drive highlighted Subaru's all-wheel drive system, its signature X-Mode feature, and vehicle dynamic stability technology. Both the Forester and XV provided enough power for us to navigate muddy tracks and hill climbs without any difficulty. We also survived high water levels in the riverbed.
A little scary, pero everyone was great. They pulled me out in no time and it was fine after that. Pero on the way back, it was really fun with all the water and the mud. I mean, it wasn't easy, pero we made it back in one piece, so saya naman.
We got excellent fuel mileage, which was unexpected in a Subaru Legacy. We were driving over the river, so it was very thrilling, a different kind of adventure, and also a little bit scary, but the XV was able to handle it very well.
Motor Image Pilipinas' gamble with the Storm Kabayan really paid off because we got to see more of the brand's performance and capabilities, especially in the off-road department.
The city can be desolate. Make the city come to life. Dynamics Comfort. The all-new Tucson. Hyundai.
get what you deserve. The Mitsubishi Montero Sport. Enjoy the ride.
Our tour of the Cordilleras continues here at the town of Atok in Benguet, and we are here at the highest point of Luzon. This is about 7,400 feet above sea level, and this highway is part of the Halsima Highway, and of course this will lead us to Sagada, the beautiful town of Sagada, and of course we're looking forward to seeing that town again. It's always nice to be back in this area. The Touareg Sport Edition showed its mettle during the most challenging and punishing portions of the trip. The SUV made short work of the turns, climbs, downhill, and unpaved portions of the mountain passes of Halsima Highway via a number of performance-enhancing features, including the 4Motion permanent all-wheel drive, the adaptive chassis control, a climbing ability of 45 degrees, grading depth of 580 millimeters, and a ground clearance of 300 millimeters. It also has a dynamic lateral inclination of 35 degrees. All these features made our drive more enjoyable and safe. Wow, we're enjoying this drive of the Volkswagen Touareg. We are on our way to Sagada. This is a 5-hour drive from Baguio. After almost 6 hours with stops at the highest point in the Philippine highway system in Atok, Benguet, we reached the Rock Inn Cafe in Sagada. We stayed for just about an hour in Sagada. Klaus Shadeswald, Volkswagen Philippines Chief Executive Advisor, was with us throughout the trip.
Look, the Touareg is made for off-road and also for on-road. So and we selected a nice drive, a long drive actually, so that you have the possibility and the chance to experience the Touareg in all kinds of circumstances. So it was a long drive from Baguio to Sagada. And I think it was a perfect drive to experience, especially the engine of the car, the 8-speed transmission through the TDI engine, but also the air suspension. When you have some bumpy roads and some curvy roads, you can feel and experience the very comfortable setup of a Volkswagen air suspension, which makes a smooth ride every day and every time.
From Sagada, we headed back to Baguio and experienced the same uphill, downhill, and twisty narrow passes with unpredictable road surfaces. After our 3-day drive-a-thon with the Touareg, it was time for us to go back to Manila. With the comfort and power of the Touareg, the accumulated 20 hours of driving and riding wasn't a back-breaking experience, but a relaxing and memorable one. And with this raging river in the background and also some off-road vehicles of Subaru, would like to bring to a close another edition of Auto Review. We hope you enjoyed it. We would like to thank Subaru Philippines for inviting us to be a part of this off-road drive on the Mount Pinatubo Trail. Thank you also for being able to test the fuel efficiency of a Subaru XV, which we drove earlier on the highways. Until next week at the same time here on Auto Review, this is Ron De Los Reyes saying thank you for joining us. Drive safely all the time. We'll see you next week.